Yes, this is Uncle T Boxing. I'm delighted to be with DEAN WHYTE, the main guy.
How you doing? My man.
How you doing, bro?
Me on as always, man.
Yeah, bro, you give us good quality work, man. You say as it is, and you seem to be quite fair with everything you say. And yeah,
I'm trying my best, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm trying my best. I love this sport, what we call boxing. We're in a beacon of a shining time in the UK boxing, you know, you can't ask for better. And we're out here today at the Sound Park, great weather, at the press conference, and I'm just networking, you know what I'm saying?
What goes on in this Brixton of yours on a Sunday now? What is there, sparring? Is there a doghouse? What's going on?
Yes. What is it called again? Sunday Smoke.
Okay.
It's looking lively, looking lively. We've got a group.
Yeah.
And it seems everyone challenges and talks a bit of smoke, and whoever wants that work can come and get it. You know what I'm saying? Like the doghouse in Las Vegas, you know what I'm saying? Similar kind of thing. Those boys are keeping up smoke down there. So if there's any boys who believe they can challenge and they got that smoke and want that work, you holler at them boys there and you can come down to the gym and get that work.
Listen, I'm ready for that smoke, man. Oh God and them. I'm going to be conservative. I'm going to come down, bring my gum shield and see what...
Why not? What weight do you fight at?
I'm really much... I'm a welterweight fighting at super welter. Well, between that weight.
There's a lot of guys that weight. Why not?
Yeah, I'll come down. Maybe I'll do one on camera against Chris Congo or something.
Yeah.
3 rounds. Tell him I'll come down.
Chris wants someone to fight, man. They done him over on that show on the weekend. He didn't get to go out, and I saw how much effort and time he put in, and he looked really in great shape and razor sharp in sparring. So it's unfortunate that he didn't get to go out and showcase his skills. You know, it's a bit sad. But listen, this is boxing. That's what happens when, you know, you're afloat. Sometimes you get in. But yeah, man, that you can get that work from the smoke master them down there, man. Why not?
So we're here at the presser, London presser. Miller against Joshua against Miller. So what are you doing here? Were you trying to... What's happening?
No, so AJ, I saw them. I was just talking to a few people. I had some people to meet here, some management team people. They're in there. They're actually, funny enough, they work with Miller. Yeah, okay. They work with Miller. So chatting to him. There's a bit of work, you know, in the background, and I've got to be networking and try and be in with the right people and try to progress what I'm doing and my agenda. You know what I mean? So you got to be at the right place at the right time and do the right things. So yeah, I'm just here mingling, networking, shaking hands, doing interviews.
Sounds like you're adopting his managerial role quite well. That's what it sounds to me like.
I had a little bit of a lazy approach, but you know, I understand if you get what you put in. So I'm putting in the work and I'm getting the rewards out of it in terms of meeting the right people. It's all going to unfold over the next couple of months, and I'm hoping, you know, I'm going to be marching on a little bit better. And you know, got to give thanks, man, for these opportunities. We put the groundwork in with my bro all these years, all these interviews, and you guys and the fans that's given me the opportunity and the platform. You know, it's given me the opportunity to meet these people and do these things. So I'm trying to bring a lot of the young guys from my neck of the woods or anywhere else who wants to be in boxing and wants the chance to come off the street and stuff and you know, get out of trouble. I want to help the other generation of young boys because there's a lot of knife crime going on. So I'm going to try and get into that a little bit, try and do some workshops maybe with some people, some talks, and try and help these young boys. A lot of these young boys are dying, being stabbed and stuff. So like Eddie Hearn said, boxing has made a lot of millionaires, you know what I mean? He's not wrong there, and it's got a lot of youths who've had trouble pass off of the street. So, you know, as I want to be part of that as well. I want to be part of the solution to end some of these problems if I can. Just my little bit for me and for myself to give back a little bit. It'd be good, you know what I mean? So,
yeah. Let's talk about your brother a little bit. It seems like Fury's made a lot of things difficult. He's upset the uppercut by...
exactly.
So what's going on? It looked as if DEAN WHYTE was going to be negotiating against Dominic Breazeale, and now looks like Wilder against Fury might not be happening. Wilder, we need an opponent. And who's the next guy would you think of? Dominic Breazeale. What can you tell me about that?
Listen, they've thrown a big spanner in the works, you know. At the end of the day, everyone's out for themselves. You know, congratulate Tyson Fury. He's got a mega deal there, and no one can fault him. He was off. He was suffering from mental illness. He ballooned up in weight, and he managed to train and come back and go out there and put on a magnificent performance in LA against Wilder, which I think personally that he won and he was robbed. But he's done great, and then now he's come back and signed an 80 million, 85 million deal. Listen, you cannot dream of what he's actually done. You know what I mean? So we understand what he's done has thrown a spanner in the works, but he's his own man, he's working in his own direction. Just like my bro Dylan, he's his own boss, he's his own man, and he's working in his own direction. That's why he didn't take the fight with Joshua, because he knows his worth, and he believes he's entitled to more money. All these boys are entitled to everything they get, because they work hard. And when you're at this elite level, you're not here forever, you're here for a short while. Everything can change in a blink of an eye. So, these guys got to do as best as they can, make the right decisions as they can, and look after their family and friends as they see fit and choose. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. So the answer is Tyson Fury doing that has upset the apple cart a little bit, and now Wilder's potentially going to fight Dominic Breazeale, and that leaves us in a little bit of limbo. But we could also hopefully have a clearer picture also, because the winner of that, if the WBC sanctions my bro, then it's still it's an amazing thing, because the door opens up the floodgates, and we've just got a clear path at Wilder. So if he chooses to fight in between, that's up to him. It might be wise, to do that, because he's used to fighting regular and being fluent, and fighting regular on the stages is always good, because you keep your agility, your sharpness, your your snappiness. So we'll see. Maybe he'll just wait it out, because he likes to be a headline fighter. I don't know. I'm just speculating.
Yes.
So at the minute, the doors will open up. Then you've got Miller and Joshua on the first. That fight goes on yet again. That could be a potential fight in September, or who knows? You know what I mean? The options are endless. But all of these guys got to fight, and in the Grand Prix, they keep fighting and winning. They'll come to the mountaintop and they'll face each other. So it's a great time, you know what I mean? So
what other names do you think he could have in between while waiting for his shot that could give him that pay-per-view platform? Because he's a pay-per-view star now.
I think Pulev's fighting someone actually. Povetkin, I think, is fighting someone. I'm not sure.
I've heard Povetkin might be fighting Usyk.
Yes, so those are the kind of names you'd think.
And Ortiz is fighting Hama or something.
Yeah, you could get those kind of guys to get a pay-per-view fight. Everyone's booked up, so at the minute we're in a little bit of limbo, But he just needs to tick over, be smart, and be patient, and his time will come. You know what I mean?
So it sounds like a worst-case scenario. You just have to wait like 3-4 months, and
exactly. But he's a man that lives in a gym, and he's living the life. So he's got to be in there ticking over until that bell rings and they say, "Hey, listen, it's showtime, baby."
We know about Richard Riakpo. Well, what about him? And give me some.
No, Richard, the cruiserweight we look after. Mm-hmm. He's fighting Tommy McCarthy on Saturday, defending his belt. That's actually a hard fight. So hopefully, Richard's trained really well. He'll go out there and perform, and then we move forward. But obviously, we're not overlooking McCarthy. You know what I mean? I've watched him. He looks very capable, and he's got the experience. I've seen him. He went 10 rounds with is it Dickinson? John Dickinson. I saw a little while back, and a few other guys. He's a veteran anyway, and Richard's still a novice, still learning and progressing. So he's got a hard fight in front of him Saturday night. So let him do
live
that.
opponent.
And you got Favio out on Saturday, I think, also, I believe. And then I've got John Harding Jr. He's a super welterweight. So I'm just organising some stuff. There's a date there for him. We haven't set it in stone as yet, but that's something we're going to be working. And there's some other guys I'm talking to, hopefully shortly, about to maybe sign or get on some stuff. So it's a good time, I'm trying to push the buttons, working. And it's a good place, you know what I mean? I
saw you with John Harding Jr. the other day sparring. You went to go and monitor the sparring session between him and Chris Congo.
Chris Congo, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
how was that?
Was that the one at the Stonebridge gym?
No, not the one. Was it Stonebridge or no? It was in Essex.
Essex, yes, in Essex. That was a good day that day. John sparred good. Chris was looking electrifying. Like I said, I knew he was ready for his fight. It's a shame that he didn't get to fight, but he looked amazing as well. And John's a strong guy. Yet again, John's someone who's relatively new, a novice as well. He needs to have a lot of experience, and he's just learning as well. So I'm going to try and get him them fights, and get him the right team behind him. I'm trying to build a good structure of stuff for all of these fighters and a platform for them to go on and showcase their skills.
One of the things that I've chose to do is obviously interview people and things like that. And one of the main reasons where I'll get gratification is to watch someone who's just starting something and thinking. So
exactly. That's
with that being said, Dean, I look forward to your story and see you rise in this boxing thing. Yeah, it's going to be very enjoyable to see how and whatever fighters you bring in them. All the best with that.
All right,
okay. Thank you much, Dean. All the best.